Friends, I think you are seeing an object there, pink color, that is a point object. Now, you see, you can see the space. Space means collection of all points. So, everywhere there is points. So, that object is occupying one of the points. One of the points. Now, if I ask you, what is the position of that point? Right? You have to explain. Now, why I am asking you that is because, as I said in my opening remarks, we are going to study motion. Okay? A body is said to be in motion if it occupies different positions at different instants of time with respect to a reference point. Can you tell what I said? Yeah. So you have to listen and aram se idre listen ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನು ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಹೆದರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು.
An object is said to be in motion if it occupies different positions at different instances of time with respect to a reference point.
See, she is in arts, she is MA arts, MA mathematics, Kannada, economics, Kannada, Hindi and also English.
Only two, sir.
Only
Economics
two.
and English.
Economics and English. And nowhere connected with science. And she is able to grasp it instantly. Okay, so if she can do it, you can also do it because she is quite older than you, right? So it should give you a lot of confidence. So there you see in this definition, we have seen two keywords, that is position and different instance of time and with respect to a reference point. So these three things also should now become amply clear. Okay. Now, so the first thing is, what is position? What is position? So now, you know it is there. But what is the position? Position is always with respect to a reference point. Position is always with respect to a reference point. So now we have to define the reference itself. Okay, and that's very important. So for that, what we do is, in mathematics, they have created the Cartesian coordinate system. They have created Cartesian coordinate system. Do you know something about Cartesian coordinate system? Yeah, tell whatever you know.
There is x-axis and y-axis.
And jora helbeku al mic na record agಬೇಕು.
One side is positive and other side is negative. That is x is taken as positive and x dash is taken as negative.
Negative. That's all.
And there is a origin.
Okay, good. That's what you have understood. But frankly speaking, that is not how the coordinate system is different. Okay. See, you have made this model. Okay. You have only made this model. Okay. So you see, this is the coordinate system. Okay. So what you have done here, you can see very clearly. You have made 4 quadrants. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 quadrants. Okay. According to your convenience, you can. So this becomes basically what? A coordinate system. So in coordinate system, what you have is, you have got one plane which is infinite. Can you imagine infinite plane? Sky is infinite. One plane which is infinite like this, and another plane which is infinite like this, and the third plane which is infinite like this. Of course, we can't make infinite planes. You have made finite planes. Okay? Okay. So you see here, you have made 3 planes. So now you see this yellow one. We will take it as this is one plane. This blue one is another plane, and this pink one is another plane. And you have arranged them such that they are all the 3 are what? Mutually perpendicular to each other. And that's why you are getting this shape. Okay. Now, what we will do is, conveniently we will name. So, we will say this pink plane, okay, this entire pink plane as X plane. Give some name. You can give your name also. Right? But we will give X plane to this. And then, to this green one, we will give the name Y plane. And this yellow one, we will give the name Z plane. Pink is X plane, Y plane, Z. Okay, this is it. So So these three planes are mutually perpendicular to each other. And remember, they are all infinite. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗ 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 ಎಲ್ಲ infinite. And these three planes are cutting. So you will get here, you see. So this plane and this plane are cut. If you cannot see here, you can see the screen. Okay, this pink plane. You can see my hand going on the pink plane. Huh? Say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then this is the green plane, and you can see the yellow. Now this pink plane is what? X plane, and this is Y plane, and this is Z plane. Now you can see this line, right? So this is the intersection between the Z plane and the Y plane. Intersection between Z plane and Y plane, you get this line. So this line is this side also, this side also. This side. Okay. So this line, which is perpendicular to the X plane, becomes what? X-axis. This is the X-axis. You see the screen, This is the X plane. So you can see the screen, and if you cannot see here, you can see the screen. So this entire thing is projected on the screen, right? So we have the luxury of learning thanks to the technology. So this is the X-axis, and this is the Y plane. This becomes the Y-axis, and this is the Z plane. This becomes the Z-axis. Got it? So this is how you get X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis. And when all these axes meet this point, that becomes the origin. Okay, you understood? Yes. Now you see, for us to locate the position of this point, we need this coordinate system. So this coordinate system can be placed anywhere. It can be placed anywhere. I can place it placed anywhere in this place, right? So now, okay, what we shall do is, you got some pen here? Yes. Open it. So I can give the name here as this one is say X. So 1. Okay, this is 1. I will give this name 1, and I will give the name 2 here. Okay, I will give the name 3 here, and I will give the name 4 here. Okay, so here you see this one. If I now say that this is the X plane, this is the positive direction of the X-axis. So this becomes the negative X-axis. Positive X-axis, negative X-axis. And then of course this is the Y plane, okay, and this becomes the Y-axis, axis. Now you see, if I keep the coordinate system like this, okay, now the object is the position of the object is located with respect to the coordinate system. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊರಿ. ಒಂದು ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, this object is from the x-axis, it is so much distance. Okay, so this becomes the x coordinate. From the y-axis, it is so much distance. So this becomes the y coordinate, and from the z, it is so much. So this becomes the z coordinate. That is how you look it. So I have oriented like this. So therefore, this will get the coordinates of x, y, z. Now supposing I orient it like this. Now what is the coordinates of this point? See, now this is x, this is y, and this is minus z. Understood? So this becomes minus z. Right? So if I have taken this as positive x-axis, then you see this becomes negative x-axis if you place it like this. So then if I keep it like this, this becomes minus x plus z and plus y, because opposite to this is y. So wherever you orient, it will get x, y, z. So x can be positive, negative, y can be positive, negative, like that. So that is how you create the reference system. So the coordinate system can be placed anywhere in the space according to your convenience, and you can orient it the way you want. Okay? That is first thing. And in physics, this is extremely important. Okay. Right. So right now we have located the point. We have located the point such that the coordinates of this is x, y, z. I suppose all of you can see this. But in physics, when we have to talk about motion of a body, what did I say? We have to, the change in position, or it occupies different positions at different instants of time. So you need a time also, right? So therefore, in physics, the frame of reference consists of a coordinate system, plus it also needs a timepiece. Yes, one of you get up, please. Yes. So I am going to attach a timer also to this. One clock also to this. Got it? So I have attached a clock also. Can you see? Okay. And this becomes the reference frame. Please be seated. And in addition to that, you see, this reference frame, you have to specify the velocity of this. You please understand. This need not be at rest. May be at rest. I mean, you have to specify the velocity. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? So that means now you see. You see now all of you. Supposing I will say that well, put it like this. I told you bring one tanti also. Okay. Now what we all see here is we created one coordinate system here in space. So we can create any number of references. Of course, I have not shown the planes here. They should have been infinite planes. So you can treat it as x-axis, z-axis and y-axis. And remember, it is like this. X, Y, Z. So if you turn a screwdriver like this, so from x-axis to y-axis, how will the screwdriver go? It will go in the direction of z-axis. Screwdriver na hingade tirgisidra, it will go in z. Hanga ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಗ x, y, z ಹೇಳೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ y, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ x, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ z ಹೇಳಕ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ x ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, if you tell this x, this should be y and this should be z. Or if you tell this is x, then this should be y, then this will be z. I hope you understood. Say there is no that one hinga ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. You can give it according to our convenience. So now I have created one more coordinate system here. Okay? Now you see this coordinate system, what we have done, becomes the secondary coordinate. This is another coordinate system. Now try to understand. So this coordinate system, as you can see there, okay, this coordinate system is with respect to this. This coordinate system is with respect to this. Correct? This object, what you see here. Now, what is the position of this object? Supposing I ask you, what is the answer that you give? Tell me. You ಹೆದರಬಾರ್ದು ಪಟ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು.
The object is at rest with reference to that coordinate system.
Which coordinate? Second coordinate. Okay. Anybody else wants to give another answer? See, you have to observe, think and tell. What you feel is right to tell.
It is rest with reference to both the coordinates.
You jore ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, louder.
It is at rest with reference to both the coordinates.
Excellent. It is at rest with respect to both the coordinates. Now I want to ask you, you have just used a word called rest. Correct? You have just used a word called rest. What do you mean by the concept rest? Observe and tell. You say that object is at rest with respect to both the coordinate system.
If it does not change its position.
No, you see, your answer should be complete and unambiguous. You should not presume that, already this we know and you should tell. You should complete it. Tell me.
If it is at a fixed position with respect to the coordinate.
Fixed position. See, you should define it in the realm of motion. See, rest is one of the conditions of motion. Rest is one of the conditions of motion. Correct? Right? Motion itself is relative. So if you say that object is at rest, see, what is the definition of motion? Come on, tell me.
When an object.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ?
When an object is said to be in a motion at the
if it
Occupy
see now you have to imagine, see this object is going to occupy, see my hand is in motion with respect to you. Why? It is occupying different positions at different instance of time with respect to you or some other point. So now tell me, if that object is at rest, see rest is one of the conditions of motion, special conditions of motion. Now when do you say a body is in rest?
When the object does not change its position at an instant of a time with the given reference point.
Okay, I will just refine what you said. If the body occupies the same position at all instants of time with respect to a, then it is at rest. Got it now? So now it is occupying the same position at all instants of time. So therefore you see our physics reference frame also includes a clock, because the clock is always ticking. We need that, otherwise things will not get defined. So therefore now the clock is ticking. So the time is ticking, taka taka taka. But the body is occupying same position at all instants of time with respect to a reference. So either you take this reference or this reference, that body is at rest. Okay?
Suppose the reference point moves.
Yes, that's a good question. Now you see, now you observe. Now you see, as I told you, in physics, our reference system must have our reference system. It has coordinate system plus a clock, and you should specify the velocity. So if I say my reference frame is moving with so much speed in so much direction, my reference frame is going with so much speed in so much direction. So you see my reference frame is, it's moving a certain velocity. I hope you could see that. Yes. Okay. Now carefully tell. Okay. So I am telling, I am talking about the motion of this object with respect to this reference frame. I am talking about the motion of this object with respect to this reference frame. And this reference frame, now tell me, what about the object? Is it in motion or is it in rest?
The object is in rest, but the reference point is changing.
ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು, ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಈಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋ, you should not tell the reference frame with respect to object. Now tell me whether the object is at rest. Hello? No, isn't it? So with respect to this reference frame, it is in motion. Reference frame, this object, see now the object is in motion. So the reference frame is in motion. So with respect to this reference frame, the object is in motion.
Yes.
Can you observe that?
Yes, sir.
But with respect to this reference frame, the object is at rest. Understood now? See, this is how you have to understand the motion. So it is always with respect to the reference. So, right? See, right now, I'll ask you a question. Are you all at rest? Tell me, come on, you should not laugh, you should think. Are you at rest?
No.
No, you are not at rest.
We can't define that.
You can't define. Oh my God.
With respect to this reference point.
That is right. That is all. See, physics is like that. It is not, some information in the textbook. Now you take, with respect to this point, you are all at rest.
Yes, sir.
Now if you take a car moving on the road,
We are in motion.
see, now you can take, see, now I'll tell you, all of you take this is the reference point. Are you at rest with respect to this reference point?
Yes, sir.
Are you at rest with respect to this reference point?
sir.
Understood?
Yes.
That is how motion should be understood. See, motion is not absolute. See, though we are talking about space and time, these two fundamental things in nature are not absolute quantities. We can measure the interval between 2 points or interval between 2 instants of time. Now what is the time? What is the time? 4:30. So what is that 4:30? So with respect to 12 noon, it is 4:30. You understood? With respect to 12 noon, it is 4:30. But if you take the reference of midnight, where time changes, then what is the time?
4:30 a.m.
PM. If PM ಓದಿಲ್ಲ joking. So now with respect to midnight, you are 16 hours 30 minutes. You are 16 hours 30 minutes. It's railway timing they put now. So it is with respect to the reference. So you can create a reference and so time and space, you can measure the distance between two intervals. See, you can measure my height because with respect to my feet, my height is at so many centimeters. So what is your height, Adriana? It is understood that the length between your feet and height. Understood? Okay. So, but if you can take some other reference and measure your height, it is different. Okay. Supposing you say now, I will stand on this table. Then what is my height with respect to the ground? It doesn't make sense. But if I take ground as the reference point for measurement, then what you will do? You will take a tape and measure up to my head. Write it down. Then with tape you measure up to my toe. Measure that minus this. So you get what? Interval of space. You cannot measure absolute length. Understood now? So this is something fundamental that all of you should know. Right. So therefore, my dear students, so when we define motion, what we mean is all this. So the reference frame is this, and it has got a timepiece which is always ticking, and then this reference frame you have to specify its velocity. Then the reference frame is completely specified. Then you can locate the object. So with respect to this, well, what is the motion of the object? Okay, fine. Okay. Now you see, I will make one more thing working. Now you see, all of you observe. Okay, right. So now you see, what is the motion of this object with respect to this reference frame? Louder. Hey, notice. See, you notice. When you told like that, that means I feel that you are not understood. Again, I will start teaching you. See, you be clear. If you have doubt, you should ask. Otherwise, you say fine. Understand? No question, no problem. Because we are all learning here. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಬಿಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಪಡೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಬಿಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು. ಯಾರು ವಿದ್ಯೆ ಪಡೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿದ್ರೆ ಜಗತ್ನಾಗ ಇನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. They will not beg for anything else in life. Yes, but you have to beg for knowledge. Okay, so those who beg for knowledge will not beg for anything in life. They will get everything. That is life. Okay, so that's it. Right. Okay, now what is the motion of this object with respect to this?
Rest.
Now tell me.
The object
Understood? So both of them were moving with नहीं ऐसा नहीं बोलने का. With respect to this coordinate system, both of them were moving with same velocity with respect to this reference. But with respect to this reference, this is not in motion. This is in rest. You got it?
Yes.
And don't say both are moving in same velocity. With respect to this, see, now you are traveling in a train. The train is moving. So for somebody on the platform, the luggage is in motion. Nim luggage mun kutide, it is in motion. But for you who are sitting in front of the luggage is at rest. You understood the meaning of reference now? So now you see, this is the first lesson on the reference and motion. But you will have many complicated type of motion. Okay? See, now you see this one. Okay? Now this is also in motion. Okay? Now this is also in motion. As you learn science, you will have to define this motion. You understand? You have to define this motion. So you have circular motion, you have parabolic motion, all those different types of motions you have got. Now you see, if I take this ball and catch it, cricket adidi. So now you see, I threw this. Are wow, so nice catch. So this went up like this, and there. What type of motion is this? Okay, already you have studied. Understood now? So there are different types of motion. Rotational motion, that, this and all. But you are going to learn all these things in detail in the ensuing classes. When you come to PUC 1, PUC 2 and beyond, you are going to learn more in detail about it. You are going to create the math model for all of them. But if you don't understand these things at this level, then everything else will get misunderstood. So you have to put yourself deep into it and try and learn as much as possible. Wherever you have doubts, you should ask. That's the spirit of learning. So I suppose you understood what is reference frame in physics. Okay? Understood? Well, you have any questions?